Thank you, Maxim, once again for being with us in this interview. Upside Down, what was your contribution in this exhibition?
Well, basically, I created the live performance, live music performance for the exhibition. Uh, the moment we started talking with you, the Toolip Art Gallery, about the concept of Upside Down, with this performative aspect to it, with paintings being covered and then hanging upside down and inviting the members of the audience to put them into the right position with this strong symbolic meaning of making the world right again. I had an idea that we could make this impression even stronger if we add a musical component to it that would reflect the concept of the exhibition. Basically, I took one of my previously released works, which is called Eden quasi-fugue. It is like a modern fugue. It's based on the Baroque model, the old model of the fugue, but it's more minimal and it has electronic elements to it as well, reflecting the world today, which is both analog and digital. And the performative aspect of this music was that I manipulated it in real time with different techniques, putting it basically in reverse. So the moment the audience came to the gallery, they didn't see the paintings. They could hear a very wake, which kind of reflects the state of turmoil and decay in the world, where nothing makes sense anymore, and when all the beauty is shattered, broken into pieces, and is in chaos. And then the moment the paintings were revealed and the audience could see with their own eyes what is the reason behind this, the reason was that the paintings were hanging upside down, not in the position the artist created them, not in the position this beauty should work normally. And the audience were invited to hang them the right way, to restore this chaos to its structure, to its original beauty. And the moment the audience started putting their own effort into making it all right again, I started manipulating the music as well, bringing it back to this original Baroque structure, classical structure that is very beautiful, very has its roots in the rules of harmony, in the rules of counterpoint, and the more paintings were in the right position, the more beautiful and normal the music got as well. So basically, I think that we really made this work on all the levels possible. It was truly a multimedia, immersive, engaging experience for the audience members, for the artists. So I hope people enjoyed it, and I hope this contribution of mine enhanced the overall experience.
Absolutely, it was amazing to see you in action again with this element of surprise that nobody was expecting, and again you were able to impress us once again. Because it's true. The next question would be, where do you feel more comfortable? Into the digital world or in the analogic world?
Yes, I understand your question. Basically, I think that we cannot avoid digital side of the world nowadays because technology has been really has expanded into every sphere and walk of life. We are surrounded by gadgets. Smartphones are like external organs, like your hand, for example. You almost cannot live in this modern world, in this modern society, if you are not dealing with this digital aspects of contemporary world. Whether it's comfortable or not is again a good question, because it has its advantages and disadvantages, of course, but I firmly believe that we people, I always reiterate that we are physical beings in the first place, and our way to experience art, to experience basically everything in life, is through our senses. And these senses are physical organs that poses middleman between the objective world and our consciousness. So even if music is created or manipulated digitally, these are the sounds that we hear. These are the frequencies that resonate with our inner ear in a way that is pleasant to us or unpleasant to us, depending on the aims that musicians as artists have or would like to achieve, depending on the effect they would like to have on the audience. I think that we cannot fully go away from the physical world. It would be possible only in one case, if our brains are really will be no longer part of our body and will be directly put to some kind of computer or virtual reality. And that would be sad, of course, in my opinion. So I think we should not really defy the digital aspect of life, but we have to find a new means of bringing it into the analog experience. Digitalization doesn't mean it has to be chaotic. It doesn't mean it has to be not part of human experience and condition. Rather, it should enhance the physical world. So this would be the answer. We have to embrace it, but we have to use it to good means.
And that's why I was asking, because your golden hands and your golden mind were able to show us the capacity you have to play at the highest level. It doesn't matter if it's digital or analogic. And not many artists can say that, because nowadays, or they are into analogic or they are into digital, but you are one of these few legends, life legends already, who can perform at this highest level in both worlds. This is the beauty of it, no?
Thank you for your appreciation. I really think that, well, any artist should use all the instruments possible and all the instruments available at every stage of the development of arts of the world as a whole. And there are people who defy digital aspect of art, that say that only the music produced, for example, at the piano or using some analog musical instrument is music, and the electronic music is something that is not at the same level. It doesn't have that same value as analog music. But I think these are just colors. Any artist can use any colors, any techniques. The point is whether what they create is something beautiful or not. Speaking of which, I think a very important part of the story nowadays is the artificial intelligence, because I read some statistics the other day that really a lot of top songs or pieces of music on the streaming platforms over the last half year have been made not by humans but by artificial intelligence. And this is impossible for an average listener to understand whether it's artificial intelligence created or based music, or whether it's real music recorded by live musicians. And this is where I really see the danger, because human contact is what makes us human. The moment we lose this human contact, we lose our humanity. we can use digital instruments, we can use artificial intelligence to enhance our capabilities. But when the content is being generated by AI alone, to my opinion, it doesn't have this value. I really got interested in how the AI works for these large language models, the LLMs, as they call them. And the point is, they have no consciousness. They are just trained on statistic data sets, on texts created by humans. And then these texts are being statistically marked, clusterized, etc. And when you give a prompt to a neural language model, or when you create something with the artificial intelligence, what you receive as an answer is not something that human brain would produce. It is just statistically most probable, according to the criteria of this language model, outcome of the input and based on the data set it already had. And that's why I think it's tremendously important to get physical once again, to make the site-specific events, to make this live experience where the human would be at the core. Because you may go to a lot of galleries, a lot of museums, and what you will see there is just paintings, photos, other art objects hanging or standing around, and you would be the sole visitor. Even if there are many other people, you will have practically no communication. And with an increasing use of artificial intelligence, in a couple of years, there are already present these works of art in the galleries and museums created solely by AI. And what's the point? The scientific fact is that these language models, they hallucinize. This is a scientific term. They can produce output that is logical from the standpoint of the machine. It may correspond to these initial data sets and criteria, but from the human point of view, they would make totally no sense. And nobody has overcome that problem yet. This is one of the things that really we have to be aware of and have to understand when we are dealing with AI. Whereas if you have this experience, this engaging, immersive experience with the human at the core, with the human action, with the human perception and interaction, this is totally different. This might be, and I think must be, the alternative to this loss of humanity overall. As I said before, we should embrace the technologies available to us, but we should use them with the goal to put the human at the core and at the center of what is happening. And this is exactly what we have done here. We've been using very analog, very physical things like paintings. They are objects, basically. Even though some artists might have used AI to, at any stage during creation of these objects, but these were humans who have created them. And I had this digital, I didn't have any live instrument apart from my iPad with a digital audio workstation. And the sounds that I used as samples for the base of the composition, they were digital as well. But this was me, a living person, taking this or that decision in a live mode, depending on what was happening around. And this was about interaction. It was a reaction on the physical events occurring here. And I find it amazing. So this is really a middle way We don't want to go to the way the people like the hunters-gatherers lived in the Stone Age. This would be impossible. And I think we shouldn't go in an opposite direction with digitalization of human consciousness, with virtual reality that is really torn apart from this physical world. But this is a compromise, middle ground, where you can take the best of both worlds. And I think this is what we created, and that could be, broadly speaking, a model for the direction in which the arts, the society, the human experience could and should go in the future.
We don't only see you as a genius, but we also see you as the ambassador of the new generation of artists who can promote the art in this way, but at the same time to be able to perform, as I said, at the highest level in both worlds, because I can bet a dinner with anyone that 90% of these big hits that are being released with artificial intelligence, if we were asking the supposed artist who created, tell, okay, make the performance now live. Can you do it?
Yes, yes.
We would unveil and we would discover that it's a total fraud.
Yes.
So we want to cheers on you to be that straight and convinced that the bridge is possible between the both worlds in a rational and in a healthy way. No? So I'm into that.
That's right, that's right. And it is really funny because, you know, art, there is a very important, very famous saying by William Shakespeare, the great William Shakespeare, that life is theater and people are actors in this theater. And of course, in the performing arts, since the invention of television, I think, since the invention of technologies to make recordings, right? When you have these performers, singers that come on stage and just lip syncing the pre-recorded songs. It has been like that, and the AI is just another stage, because you really can create any music with artificial intelligence, and then you can find a person that would come on stage and pretend to be performing it, of course. But this is not interesting, and we would lose the public interest. There is a lot of talk about the digital slope. There is this dead internet theory, which some people call a conspiracy theory. Maybe there is a grain of truth to that theory, because the official statistics shows that more than half of all the content generated, not only the content, but the traffic generated on the internet is not made by humans, but by agents, AI agents, digital agents. So every time you go to a social media platform and you get certain content presented to you by some algorithm that is already not human, that is based on statistics, on a wide range of parameters, where they have studied your digital behavior, your interests, and they suggest something that they find appropriate for this type of customer or user. Over the last couple of years, we really experienced the change in the nature of the internet, of the social media. And social media is one of the new aspects of human condition that we or our predecessors have never experienced. Because before the internet, we had only the printed media, the television, but it was all made by humans. And now we have internet, and the content there, the way it's controlled by algorithms, it's not controlled by humans anymore. The way the content is generated, it is generated by artificial intelligence, and you can sometimes you cannot tell whether this was a real video or AI. And there is this strong debate whether companies should label this AI content. Some of them have started doing that. And I think this is really frightening to a certain extent, because if you consume too much AI-generated content, it has implications on your consciousness as well. If you don't know that this is AI, you take this content for granted. Talking about the digital slope, about AI substituting for live art, for live creators. And this is what I think the mission is for us as a team, for this community around the gallery. We use the digital instruments, but we promote human connection. And I think that with AI and technology overall, the algorithmization of social media, it will be even more present in the coming years. That's inevitable. But at the same time, I'm reading all over the internet, and I'm hearing this from my friends, that they really get tired. They have this fatigue of AI-generated trash. So I think the future will really bring us back to these live events where you have once in a lifetime experience, something that could not be put on a conveyor and be endlessly refabricated throughout the years. So we will come to this urge for here and now, for this connection with humans that is much more interesting than communicating with the machine. So I think this is the future, and those wise enough to understand that today will grab this future. It won't go any other way.
100% agree with you. Thank you very much, Maxim. Good job.
Thank you.